have to get the interview to get the job. Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters, and in today's video I want to have a talk about how people really need to focus in on where the jobs are so they can get the interview first, and because you can't get a job if you don't get an interview. And a lot of people we find in all the social media pages, they looks like they're banging their head against a brick wall. And again, one of the reasons why I reckon that's happening is because you are applying in the wrong spot. The media continually tells people that there's lots of jobs going in the mines. Yes, there are, but they keep telling them that it's in iron ore and coal. While there are a fair few jobs going in coal at the moment, there tends to be the experienced people coming out of iron ore that are taking those, so there's not a lot of new starter roles. There's definitely not a lot of roles in iron ore. This is if anybody that's watched the videos, this is the page that I bring up often that shows Rio's wanting to go 80% autonomous on their mine sites by the end of 2022. And also, I've had no end of people telling me, and I've also seen the email that they sent around a few years ago from BHP that basically said that at the end of 2018, they had 6,500 people on their iron ore sites. By the end of 2024, they want to get that down to 880. And that gives you an idea of the scale of automation that they're trying to achieve up there. Now, the reason that they can automate like that is because it's all strip mining, which is the easiest type of mining to do. So they can do it that way. Where they can't automate is in the deep pits and the hard rock underground. So that's where you need to be looking for your jobs. If we go over to our map that I've got up here, and this is the map with all the jobs. Sorry, this is the map with all the mines around Australia that are mining gold and silver and nickel and zinc and anything that's going to go into a battery. And you can see there's lots of here around the middle of New South Wales. The majority of these sites are drive in, drive out, so lots of people do it from Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne. There's lots of fly and fly out and drive in, drive out that's in and out of Townsville and Brisbane up here. Northern Territory's got a bit out of Darwin. South Australia's got Olympic Dam and all Oz Minerals sites up there that Burncut have got most of their underground ones. And there's all the mine sites over here in WA. Now, iron ore and coal aren't on this map. This is just the mines that are doing all the stuff for batteries and gold. And it gives you an idea of how much work's actually out there if you know the area of the industry to look at. And, you know, this is the area that you need to target, but you also need to give the employers something to recognise you, because like I tell people, you know, when you're doing your resume, you've got 6 seconds to show the employer that you know something about mining, or they're going to move on, or you've got something to offer them that they think that you can, you can make the transfer into mining quickly, or they'll move on to the next person. And we use the Intro to Underground Mining course to facilitate that. So it allows you to approach the employers offering them something, because the biggest problem that they normally have is that people don't know pick up how their mine works quick enough. So if you already know how their mine works and you can talk to them in the interview at length about what you've got to do as a nipper or a truck job or off-siding or even on service crew or pace crew, then, you know, you're going a long way to, you know, getting yourself that job. But the good thing about the training is in the back of the seminar, there's information on how to redo your resume and all that sort of stuff. And that's the area that you need to work on to stand out so you get the interview. A good resume is worth its weight in gold, but you need something on there to get their attention, and then you need to be able to back it up in the interview. One of the reasons why they can't offer a guarantee with the training, just about everybody that does the training gets an interview, but they can't offer a guarantee with the jobs because they can't guarantee that you're not going to stuff up the interview, because lots of people do, unfortunately. It's just one of those things that if you can get the mining information right in the interview, or you can hold that mining conversation with the employer, whatever it's about. We've had people do it, you know, for off-siding work. We've had people tell us that they've done it for mill jobs, trying to get into mining that way. We've had people, you know, use that information to get, you know, not just underground jobs, but jobs in other areas of the production mining industry. It's the way to do it, because when you can show the employer that you've done the research into what the job is to that extent, it just shows them that you're very passionate about what you want to do and that you've set yourself up for success and not failure. Because unfortunately they do see a lot of failure in a lot of these production mining jobs, because a lot of the employers are wedged into the way of having to hire you first and train you second. And whenever an employer is wedged into a situation like that, there's always significant turnover, unfortunately. So I hope you found that information helpful, and yeah, you've got to get the interview first before you get the job, and the best way to get the interview is to show the employer that you know something about mining, or have that bit on the resume that's going to get their attention, that thinks that yes, that person has got transferable skills into the mining industry. So, like I said, I hope you found that information helpful, and if you've got any more questions you'd like answered, please send them through. Thanks.